Hey, welcome back to Income Trading 101. And today I wanted to take a look at MATIC versus the US dollar. This is Polygon, and they have been doing quite a few deals lately. And I just wanted to give a kind of a refresher. I did a video on MATIC a while back, a few months ago, and I wanted to just give this little refresher for my own purposes, just to get a sense of what's going on. So I'm looking at them on Binance. This is Binance International, not Binance USA. You can see how long how long it was just kind of flat, and then of course 2021 has happened, and this is going to be great for a little bit of a Fibonacci analysis as well as some very interesting support and resistance levels. So let's dive in. We're going to start off like we always do with our moving averages. And with this on the daily, we'll take a look at the 10-day, the 20, and the 60 to see if there's anything here that gives us an indication, like a trading indication. It's always nice when we start off and see a very clear kind of structure in the moving averages that signals going ahead and trading. So just setting this up, the 20, the 60, and the 10. And as of right now, it's funny actually, as of, we'll say, yesterday, June the 25th, the 20-day has officially gone below the 60. So right now, all three moving averages are in line, looking bearish on the daily level. Let's take a look at and let me just expand that out for you guys if you can't see it too well. And I'm doing this on TradingView. You obviously can, if you don't have TradingView already, there's actually a link in the description. Feel free to sign up for one of their free trials. I love this software. You can go from day to night, night to day. I mostly make my videos using the nighttime, but this is what the daytime looks like. You guys probably seen other people use these video functions as well. So that's it on TradingView. And hey, you guys are awesome. I've gotten a lot of subscriptions this week, which is one of the things I'm trying to get knocked out. So hey, if you have not subscribed to the channel and you think these are worth reviewing, or if you just decide that you'd like to leave some comments and want to be alerted when I make new videos, just so you can leave even more comments, either way, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. All right, let's click over to the 1 hour. So I'm going to look at a 1 hour chart. With the 1 hour chart, we definitely have consolidation, meaning that the moving averages are out of order right now. So you have the 20 on the bottom, the 10 in the middle, and the 60 up top. Definitely consolidating. That's not a clear trading signal. At the 30-minute level, oh, look at that. It just crossed here just recently, like 30 minutes ago. This has crossed, and we now have technically a bullish indication on the 30-minute because you finally have the 10 is above the 20, which is above the 60, although it's really tight, and this could easily flip back. So I become much more skeptical in scenarios like this. Let's look at the 15-minute just to see what the Uber short term. So yeah, this thing has been it's had a nice little rally since earlier this afternoon. And so at the 15-minute level, we are definitely seeing some bullish trends for the moving averages. Let's kick this back out to the 1 day. We're going to get rid of these moving averages and switch over to the MACD. And I've used the MACD for so long. I keep mentioning that there are other sort of momentum indicators out there. I just like this one because I'm used to it. I understand how it's calculated. If you don't know how this is calculated, or you have some questions around moving averages and all of that, definitely check out the video I made. That is a mini tutorial for technical analysis. I cover Fibonacci, I cover moving averages, and I cover the calculations for this for the MACD as well. Just so you know, like these signals aren't just about when it's green buy and when it's red sell. You want to actually understand what's calculating that, because you might find that you can tweak it a little better than the settings. You might also find that you disagree with the overall base assumptions of the model, and you're going to do something different. So that's it. Let's see. So you've got this crossover, bullish crossover on, I'm sorry, this is not bullish at all. This is actually a crossover in the overbought area. So this is a bearish crossover that happened back in May 29. And this has still been bearish on the daily level since then. We have not had a crossover, although we are in the oversold region now because we're below the zero line. But this is by no means on the daily showing us any indication that it's time to buy. In fact, it's still looking rather bearish. Let's take this down to the 1 hour. And one of the things too that I like to see, like my goal is always to trade with the larger trend, and the larger trend here, larger time frame trend, is definitely bearish. We're seeing bullish in the shorter time frame. So here, down here, you have on yesterday, you have a bullish crossover. This is with the 1 hour chart, and it just sort of inched its way higher. It still hasn't crossed over in the zero, above the zero line. So using the 1 hour, I wouldn't necessarily buy just yet, but it is nice to see that this is pulling back. Of course, given the direction of the overall trend, the one that you see on the daily, makes me think that this is nothing more than a pullback. And then on the 30-minute, you had a if we go back, we'll see a bearish crossover that happened a few days ago, a couple days ago rather, and that pulled on across the zero line. And we've had 2 bullish crossovers, 3, 4, 5, actually more. So this is sort of inching its way higher. But look how, as we're getting more and more bullish sentiment over the day, price was still kind of falling off. That's why I like to wait. If you guys ever wonder, I like to wait until either both the MACD and the signal line go from negative to positive, or like back here from positive to negative, and cross that zero line before I use these as a trading indicator, because you can end up getting a false signal and ultimately like negatively scalping yourself, which no trader likes, right? But here on the 30-minute, we do have a crossover. This is definitely looking bullish at the shorter time frames. And same here. That's a nice little pickup there if you had gotten in there for MATIC. But the bullish crossover actually happened earlier today, really early this morning, and it's just sort of trended higher, and it finally did have a solid cross of the zero line earlier this evening. So looking good so far, but overall, when I pull this all the way back out to the daily, this certainly just looks like a pullback in an otherwise bearish market. So now let's take a look. I'm going to pull this out a little bit. I definitely want to get a little Fibonacci retracement to start this off. Just to get the party started, we'll just start it here, take it all the way up and over, pull it down just a little, and let's see what we see. So we definitely have crossed and are hovering around a 61.8 level. That's that $1.14 and change for MATIC. We're below that right now, a few cents below it. You also have pretty solid support back here, the 66 cents level, which would have been the 78.6% retracement of the last trend. So the question really becomes, are we heading back there, or are we finding support right now in this region? So from a Fibonacci standpoint, there's support near this 61.4 or 61.8% retracement level. But I'm going to get rid of this and actually just draw in some support levels by hand. We're going to stretch this on out a little bit. And I just want to see. I want to see. My goal is to get a better sense of what's going on, what has been resistance in the past, what might end up being support in the future. Just going to draw in a few things. Obviously, you have to draw one up there, up top. So yeah, and I'm basically to draw that support, the support and resistance, I'm looking for key areas where the market definitely took a shift in price, just to get to see what might be, right? We right now are not really, I mean, to call this current level support is possible. Our current price range looks like support because back here on May actually is May the 9th, and also on May the 11th, we stopped right there, and we're sitting right there again. So that this was resistance back in early May, and it's looking like we're sitting right on top of it. Always very interesting, but you can see all these other levels sitting here around, like, you've got the 130, almost 130 level, which also played a little bit of resistance here a couple days ago. You expect these levels to be retraced unless it looks like we're going to end up heading lower. So what I want to do now is just to get a nice channel. I like looking at these channels because it'll let me see, which we'll do it this way, it'll let me get a better sense of possible direction the market is heading in. It's going to do something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect once again. In fact, I'm just going to do one here. I'm going to alter this completely. Just go from this area here, because I think this is actually the more relevant of the channels. So if we pull this in a little bit, there you have it. So this channel clearly is heading lower. Like I said, even though we're getting some bullish indications on the smaller time frames, unless we break out of this, and maybe push higher, I'm going to struggle to trust it. And we did that actually back over here. Get rid of that, sorry. We did that back over here. You can see there was a nice little channel created, and then we broke out of it. I'll even bring that in a little bit, just to get more data in. We broke out of that channel, but then we headed lower again. So overall, with us heading so much lower, I would struggle actually to be a long component or a long advocate of this market right now. I actually think that is much more of a bearish trending support line. So we're right up against it. I think we could end up going up a little bit more and then coming back down again. And if we do break out of this bearish period, then that's a great indication as well. It might be a sign that it's time to go ahead and buy. So definitely worth taking a look and getting a better, making any decisions accordingly. But it's funny how much time has changed, how much the action that happened back on May the 29th has truly changed the outlook on crypto and specifically DeFi, but also the larger coins and tokens too. I mean, this has just been tough for a lot of people. Many of us have short-term trades that turned into long-term trades. I do believe in crypto in many capacities, but I don't think all of these are going to make it. But I really like some of the moves that MATIC has made or Polygon has made over the last few weeks with regards to partnerships and how they're planning on moving forward. So that's it. Thank you guys once again for watching these videos. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. And also, please do subscribe to the channel. All right. That's it. Take care. Happy trading.